He's not on trial for being a cult leader. Those are not his charges. Now, if you want to get him for posting revenge porn on the internet, I got him. Do he deserve and should he have life in jail for that? Absolutely not. And I see the video rather, with him explaining, him laying on the bed and the baby touching him as he gradually finished having sex with one of them females. Okay, cool. It didn't sound right. And in another video, he explained it better. That video, it sounds horrible. I'm not arguing with that. That video sounds horrible. But let's be real, right? Us real fathers out there. Which one of us ain't actually ever had sex in the same bed with one of our children? The baby. I'm talking about the baby. You got a newborn baby. The baby fell asleep in the bed. You ain't never had sex in the same room with your child? None of y'all never had sex in the same room with your baby after you gave birth to a baby? Let's stop being so hypocritical. Like the same things that make you laugh and make you cry. Every last one of our black celebrities got rich off of disrespecting, not every one of them, but most of them, got rich off of disrespecting black women. When we want to go back to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, when we want to go back to Eminem, NWA, what are we doing here? It's like y'all love Krishan and Blueface for the same thing that Chris Brown is being hated for in the same industry. I'm not saying that I agree with the things that Nature Boy was doing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that man went to trial for false charges. And if they could do that to him, they could do it to you. I don't care about how y'all personally feel about that man, because half of y'all mad because he got a bunch of women. And y'all can't do that. But let's be real now. For the real dudes that's watching me, the real dudes, you got a lot of women too. So most of the dudes that got a bunch of women, and most black dudes got more than one woman, let's be real. Most black dudes throughout their whole lives had more than one woman. Let's be real. So now y'all mad at this dude? For what? For being the same person that y'all want to be secretly? How many of you dudes is begging and pleading and wishing that you could have more than one wife? So the proof is in the pudding. Half the chicks that don't like him is mad because they got cheated on or dogged out by a dude just like him. Nature Boy is a product of his environment. He is a product of his environment. He's what the black community made him. Now we mad at him? Y'all not mad at little Mike and Ray for shooting the black guy?
The creator to come and experience his creation. So now you have a human, and human can go around. And it was the first humans that was on the planet were made in actually God's image. They were hermaphrodites. And the hermaphrodites split the atom. They were one being. We were one being. We were male and female in the beginning. And then we split the atom. This is the story of Adam and Eve after the story of creation of mankind. Mankind was the image of God, which was a hermaphrodite. Then we had the splitting of the atom, which created duality, which gave man, woman. So woman was taken out of man and split the atom. And then the moon and the stars, they split. The moon and the sun split, and everything became duality. You got hot, you got cold, you got good, you got evil. After this point, you understand what I'm saying? So what we have to realize is that Adam is really atom, or the atom. The atom is made of proton, electron, and a neutron. You see what I'm saying? So the electron represents Eve. The proton represents Adam, which is thought, who thought everything into existence. The proton represents Adam, which is thought, which thought everything into existence with its own mind. And then Eve represents the the movement of the vibration of thought. So we have female who takes thought and expresses and manifests it into movement. So this is the electron. So with that being stated, what I want to say is this: man, with duality, there's two kind of gods. The one God is a principle of good, right? And has an opposite, which is the principle of bad, which is called the devil. We use God and the devil, God and the devil. You have to differentiate between the principle of good God, because there's a principle of God called, when we say God, when most people say this is not godly, they're saying this is not good. And they're talking about the principle of God, which represents what is good, what is righteous, is what is pure, and what is right. And that has an opposite, which is the devil. But there's another God, the God of all things, which is energy, which is consciousness, which is good and evil. Like Isaiah 45 said, I am the Lord, I create good, I create evil, I do all these things. This is a different God. Because we have to understand that man has created God. Because God became man. So man is God. We are God. We have the ability to build or destroy. We are the only species on this planet that can do evil, that can go against, because we're God. We are the only species on this planet that can do evil. Equilibrium, and the sustainable equilibrium of this planet that sustains itself. It is a machine, it is infinite, and it is sustainable, meaning that it powers itself. Like everything in the ecosystem actually feeds itself. The sun feeds itself with fusion. Look it up. Nothing powers the sun but the sun. The sun uses fusion. Fusion from chemical reactions between hydrogens, hydrogen bonds, and you could look into it if you want. In nature, all of the animals, one eats the other. It's the circle of life. Everything is sustaining itself. But man, animals cannot, every animal on this planet, and the sea, every species, and there are trillions of plants, there's trillions of species on this planet, but none of them are able to disobey the laws of the universe. Nature is a system, it's a program, it's a simulation, and man is the only species that can disobey the laws of nature, because we're God. We're the creator of it. That's why we're able to either go along with it or not go along with it, because we're the creator of it. I'm going to explain this to you. There's no such thing as free will. Not free will. It's just that we are the creator. We created this with our mind. And we use the human avatar as a way of experiencing our creation, period. We are God. Man is God. It's an epiphany that you come to when you really are awoke, that man is God. Man is God. Man has good and evil in him. That's it. Man has good. Man has the principle of God in it, which is good. And man has the principle of evil in it, which is the devil. And people will say that the white man is the devil, but the white man came out of the black man. So the black man had to already have that evil in him that manifested outside of him as the white man. So that doesn't change. That white man came out of the black man to be evil as a mirror or reflection of what's already in the black man. If the black man is the original and the white man came out of the black man, then that would mean the white man is a reflection of what's already in the black man genetically. So it is an expression of everything that is evil in us. And everything that is done evil by the white man that we say is the white man is the devil, is only things that are within us that we must not, get involved in. So now that God wants to experience itself subjectively, it came down here and created the human being. Every other species is part of the program. It's part of the simulation that he created. I created this simulation. I created all of the sun, the moon, the stars, every animal on this planet. It was good. And I rested. And I said, I think I'll go down and experience my creation. Now, if I come down as God and I'm one being, one man, one being, one avatar, whatever. I come down and I'm looking around and I see the lions, the tigers, the bears. Okay, I see the lions and the tigers and the bears. Okay, I pet them, I eat some of them. I can swim in the ocean with the whales and sharks. But how can I experience the human experience without another human? How can I experience me? I can experience a rhinoceros. That's cool. I see the rhinoceros. I see the lion. I see the bears, the tigers. I created all of that. I did all of that. Yes. I see the trees. I see all of this. I experience the trees, but the trees aren't me. It's not a human. So how do I experience me? I can't experience me without another human being. I can only, you understand what I'm saying to you? I'm God. I create this creation. I create all of the species of the planet, and then I create one human being that I come down into my creation to experience my own creation. And I'm walking around, I see the lions, and wow, look at that. I created a lion, I created a tiger, I created a bear, all of the ocean, all of these plants. I created the moon, I can feel the wind on my arms. I created all of this. Okay, cool. But how can I experience me as a human being? I want to experience me. So God, seeing that it was alone, and the second said in Adam, you see that man was alone, and this wasn't right. So he made him a helpmeet. So God put and split the atom. Split the atom. So that God can experience itself subjectively in humanity. How can I kiss my lips? How can I feel myself if I don't have another? How can I kiss this? Everything on this human body is made for someone else to experience. And I can't even experience this body without somebody. And so God split the atom and made another human from a human. And so that it can look at itself. And make more of me's, make more humans, talk to myself. I want to experience this. Yes, the moon is good and the trees are good and the animals are good, but I want to experience me. I want to feel me. How does God feel itself? We got to make more human beings. You see what I'm saying? So how does God experience himself? And you see. And so now God is looking at himself in another, and now you can experience who you are in another. You can experience who you are. You cannot experience who you are without another. So God has split himself up into many versions and many humans. And my next point is this. Because man is God, man can be evil. Because man is God, I can destroy my creation, I can live in harmony with my creation and have everlasting life, or I can die and experience death and reincarnation. I programmed it this way. So man can be evil. But how does man become righteous? How does God and man become righteous? Well, we must become one with truth. Now, how do we know what's truth? Well, we created a system to bring us back to balance and bring us holy and righteous. It's called nature. Your creation, remember? Your creation is flawless, it's perfect. It cannot be evil. It is righteous. We must look into nature. We must look into nature to get back righteous. It is our guide. It is our God. Nature cannot do what is wrong. It can only do what is right. You programmed it that way. So if you want to get aligned back with your divinity, you get aligned back with nature. You do as nature does. Man has, in his evil, the word evil backwards is to live backwards. And when you live backwards, it is evil. We live against the equilibrium and the ecosystem. We are living in evil. And God wanted to experience that too. Right? We wanted to experience that too, evil. And a time and place is dark ages. In the dark age, God experiences evil. In duality. In the duality of beings. Yeah? Are you grasping what I'm saying? Let me know if you're getting what I'm saying. Man. I want to make sure you're grasping what I'm saying. Not really. I understand now. Yes, I am. More than likely, if you're not getting it, you can ask questions, but more than likely, if you're not getting it, it's because you got programs in your mind, in your DNA, that has miseducated you, and you are a cancer cell, and you are a devil, and you cannot receive the truth because the truth is not set in you. And you will not be able to get what I'm saying to you because you are set to be a devil. But you still are God. You're still a God. But you just are outside the principles of what's righteous. You don't know your God because you're under a program, an MK Ultra, and it has not been set for you to be enabled to understand the knowledge that I speak to you. You got caught up in the drama, and then you're listening to me now. You can't hear me because you're not chosen. Your name is not in the book of life. It's unfortunate. But your purpose here to serve is to be evil. Yeah, somebody got to be evil. You're not able to hear. The prophecy of Isaiah is upon you. Matthew 13 speaks of it. Although you hear, you cannot hear. Although seeing, you cannot see. For your DNA has been made callous by Allah. Allah is not letting you hear. It's not letting you grasp because you have too many programs in your mind and not letting you receive the knowledge at all. But the righteous, it sounds like music. They are being awoken in the moment of hearing God speak. You are the devil's children. You are the evil version of God. You cannot hear what I'm saying. Nature, boy, nature? No. Yeah, I like nature. I take things from nature, but I don't give it nothing back. When you're trapped in the world, in the matrix, you're plugged in the matrix. You can't unplug. You can't hear me. Everything I say to you sounds crazy because at the end of the day, you're tuned into another frequency of understandings. You're here for the drama. Right? Appreciate it, sis. You're here for the drama. You're here for the bullshit. The dead. Well, we will let the dead bury the dead. And we're going to stay focused on life. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. So if you're not understanding what I'm saying, you can ask questions. There's certain people out there that are waking up. You can call in, you can ask questions. The two things are right there, the two people. You have to hit the link and then you call in. If you honestly want to understand what I'm saying to you, it should be very clear though. If not, it should be very clear. Someone saying, never let a man tell you that a womb man comes second. This is a demon. This is a demon. We did not come from woman. Who told you we come from woman is a devil? It's an antichrist. No one can tell you that we come from woman. It's nonsense. It's because they are hearing things from books and scriptures, but you're looking and you're talking to a genius. Because I get my knowledge from my genes. I don't get my knowledge from a book. I get my knowledge from my genes. This is your higher self speaking, but you don't know it until you disrespect yourself. This is your higher self, the most high speaking to you, but you can't hear me because you're stuck in your lower self. I created you, I created me, I created the stars, the moon, all that you see, I created it. With my mind, I thought it was existence. And so did you. But see, you don't know it. There's a difference between you and me. I know I created this. You don't. I know that I'm God. You don't. You're stuck in doctrines and religions in a book. They trapped you in a book. Nature is my guide. If you take your body, all information comes from the Akashic Records, which is DNA. DNA is the Akashic Records where all information has come from. But you're tapped into knowledge that have been tainted, altered. You have versions of knowledge, not the original. You have to heal your DNA for you to get original knowledge. And your DNA cannot be healed unless you heal your body. And your body has to connect to nature before you can heal your body to get real knowledge and information. You don't have real knowledge. You have knowledge that comes out of a book that has been revised and re-edited and modified. And you feed and you live your life off the belief systems of modified information when you have melanin, which heals your DNA. And if you took your ass to the tropics, if you took your ass and got enough sunlight, purified your blood and purified your DNA, then you would tap into that genetic information. You would tap into the Akashic information. And then you would know truth. But you don't know truth. Truth is speaking, you do not listen. You're ignorant. You have no understanding of your hair, the technologies of your body, your melanin. You don't know why melanin is worth more than gold. You have no idea why melanin is worth more than gold. You're just happy that you got melanin, but your melanin is toxic. It's filled with poison. And your time is up. I told you, your time is coming. Time is up. You're dying. Anybody that's been in this world over 30 years knows that this world is gone. It's dead. It's over. But you're so young, you think it just began, you stupid motherfuckers. Anybody that's been here over 30 years can tell you this shit is over. And your stupid ass thinking you about to stay in this motherfucker and do something. You ain't doing nothing. When you hear my voice, you are listening to God. Something you can't get from your food, from your sunlight, from your environment. You can't connect to God. You can't connect to God. You are in your lower self and you can't connect. Usually you can talk to God through your food. God talks to you through your food. The sun makes your food and God talks to you through your food. It talks to your cells and your cells talk to your body and your body talks to your mind. Gives you information, but you can't get it because your food is genetically modified, meaning that the information in your food, just like the information in your motherfucking books, have been modified and revised, and you live off of this information. That's why you're ignorant and you're dead and you will suffer. And you're already in hell. Every day you wake up, you're given an opportunity to do the right thing. I am the messenger of Allah. I am the Messiah. When you listen to me, you listen to the trees. Because you can't talk to the trees. So God has to come into humanity to talk to humanity. And I say God, I'm talking about the most high, righteous God. The most high is speaking to you right now, but you can't hear it. But when you die, you will know who I am.
Let me see. The ugly truth, right? Most of these rappers that's 30, 40, and 50 years old. Most of them. Because you will see some of them in my comment section. They're going to be in my comment section on Instagram. Maybe even in this live. Talking they shit. But most niggas that rap like that like Mano. See, Mano, he half-ass made it. He straddled the fence, but he got a little bit of money. He done moved on up and elevated himself to middle class / a little bit rich. So he don't have to give you this poisonous ass message. But back to you other rappers. You niggas agree. Let's go, Haas. Yeah, thank you for sponsoring this war, Miss Parker. See, the thing about it is these other rappers, these rappers that you see still in the hood, on Instagram, on the block, always shooting a video on the block, always in front of the bodega. These niggas is bums. Bums. These old niggas is failures. See, the truth of the matter is, the sanitation worker, he brought that life. He having backyard barbecues. The janitor at the hospital, the janitor at the Board of Education, at the high schools, the junior high schools. See, they having backyard barbecues. Them niggas is at their backyards drinking beers, enjoying life, enjoying the spoils of war. They may not be rich, but they all right. But these rappers, these niggas still standing on the block with their chest poked out. You know the little niggas that be out there that's 20 years old, they're on one side of the block, and the other niggas out there that's 40 and 50 years old, still rapping. You still ass niggas. You still on the block ass niggas. You never went nowhere ass niggas. You niggas is the problems. You the problem. You know that nigga on the highway? See, the only niggas that's listening to this bullshit music, and it's not even these whack ass, this trash that Mano's playing, I've never rolled through the hood and heard anybody playing this bullshit that he's talking about. Nobody, baby, nobody. See, what kills me is because there's a battle going on in the hood. There's niggas that's trying to wake the hood up and save the hood. And then these rappers, you know the ones that Ice Cube told you about? When Ice Cube said the thing about it is that the prison system is ran by the same people that's running the industry. So there's a reason why they're keeping Mano's ignorant ass face around, because Rakim refused to do it. Big Daddy Kane refuses to do it. Cool G Rap is somewhere in the cut. You don't see him rapping no more. You don't see these niggas rapping no more. And some of these niggas is not even rich no more. They barely surviving off of shows, but they refused to lead our young boys to the penitentiary. But Mano got his hand raised up. He'll do it. A lot of these niggas in the hood that's rapping, you know how disgusting you looking. And you talking about you about to put out another album? And you still living in the hood. And you 40 years old. And you 50. Do you know how stupid you look? If ain't nobody else told you, let me be the nigga that's telling you. So all you people that's watching me right now, you make sure you go tag one of these niggas. That's a 40-year-old rapper, 50-year-old rapper. By the age of 30, you ain't got your shit together. Like, really? Who niggas my age is not listening to that bullshit? In front of who? My kids? Riding in the car with my wife? With who? With who? There's not even a message in this shit that he's talking. There's a death sentence. The narcissist. Now you getting to listen to a nigga that just lost his mother. And he's realizing that he can't afford these streets no more. But then, we got this nigga. The 50-year-old rapper that just lost his mother.
Shout out to the homies really into that. Put the streets back. Put the streets back. They say that the plug want the skills back. Hold up. We just want the motherfucking streets back. Shout out to the homies really into that. Cause we don't.
Shout out to the homies really into that. You mean you talking about King Vaughn? The nigga that had over 12 bodies? May he rest in peace? Who we talking about, Mano? We talking about FBG Duck? May he rest in peace? What are we talking about? The niggas that was really getting busy? Should I bring up somebody that's still alive? Who we talking about? K-Flock? A nigga that was walking with a little girl down the block. Seen his op tried to run down on him. And he had to hit him in the head with the headshot on camera. What are we talking about, Mano? Mano, when the last time you shot something? Mano, when was the last time you had some gunplay? See the video that they show you the video of me getting shot, but they don't see you. They not playing the video where Hassan Campbell on a block back in the Bible out. Huh? They not showing you that. They not showing you that. They not talking about the fact that the nigga that I backed out on had a gun on him that night, but he wouldn't use it because we both was prepared face to face. But niggas crept back up on me later on when I was drunk, belligerent, and not in my right frame of mind, and they took advantage. But when Haas got that hammer in his head, there's a lot of niggas running. Never mind, let me just shut up because I don't want to incriminate. But Mano, when was the last time you shot somebody? Mano, why don't you drop your little man off in Bronx River and see what them little niggas out there do to that pretty motherfucker? Mano, why don't you drop your little man, that little pretty ass nigga, take him out of Brooklyn where he around his friends at, and drop that nigga off in the Bronx and leave him on the block and see what them little Soundview niggas do to him. See what them little niggas from Webster Ave do to him. See what them little niggas from Prospect do to that little pretty motherfucker. Because you making sure your little man is good. But the little kids in the hood, they ain't good, Mano. This is the message? This is what we talking about? Bring the streets back? Now you gotta pick a side. Now you find that friend that's situated in the street and he take a liking to you. So now when you shooting the fair one outside, he's standing behind you. So now that he's standing behind you, Everybody ain't jumping you. Now you can really, really fight without being scared because you know the kid that keep beating you up, he really can't beat you. But you know he got access to a gun. His older brother's a shooter, but now you got somebody standing behind you, and it ain't your bitch ass mother. Your mother's in the house with her legs cocked open, throwing up gang signs. So now you in the streets learning how to survive in the ghetto with nobody smiling. When y'all watch my videos, y'all understand something. I remember when I was on Sinetta's platform, Sinetta had all the scholars on his platform, and he asked me, what you specialize in? I said, life. He couldn't understand it, because the niggas was talking about back to Africa. When I realized I had to go back to the hood, in the ghetto, with nobody smiling. The ghetto. The ghetto. Nobody smiling. The ghetto. That's why I said, man, y'all support me, y'all support my message. It is what it is. That Cash App is $ Hassan Campbell. If everybody put $1 in that, it'll keep me afloat because YouTube ain't paying. And they keep playing with the numbers. I get better with time like wine. You want to survive these streets? Navigate through them. You see ignorance on the street corner, you go in the opposite direction. When you go outside, you have a destination. You stay away from the corner stores. If you know you need something, for tonight, and I'm even with the grown men. If you know you want a Budweiser, you know you want your roll-ups, you know you want your snacks, because your favorite TV shows is coming on, you go get that shit early in the day. You go get it early in the day. You don't go back outside at nighttime because most of the dudes that go back outside, that's when they don't make it back home. See, this is the stuff that they don't teach you. When you go outside to go get sun, you go in the area, you go to the parks, you go in the areas, find you a new area where the troublemakers don't go. Find you a new area where the troublemakers don't hang out. I didn't come to rock you to sleep, I came to wake you up. You know how many dudes, let me tell you something, why dudes be glorifying these streets? Dante, Wisdom, Tax for Mr. Campbell, thank you for sponsoring this War Family, appreciate you. And this live is why you #1, and that's why they hate. Thank you on MRCBH365, appreciate you, family. Let me tell you something, man. I want y'all to understand something. In New York, you can't have a gun in New York. And if you outside in the hood without your gun, you're a fool. If you in the hood and you outside in the hood and you don't have your gun on, you're a fool. You are a fool. You're outgunned. Dudes is in their house printing up guns, and they printing them up to use it. They want to rock your snot box and hit them in the head with the headshot. They coming for the headshot, the headshot. They coming for the headshot. It's like a lottery. In the hood, somebody's going to hit the lottery. And when they hit the lottery, it's going to be yellow tape. It's going to be doctors. It's going to be police. It's going to be sirens. It's going to be the hospital. And if you're real lucky, you might find yourself in a freezer. And after the freezer, you in the church with the pastor singing over your body, we shall overcome. And right after that, there'll be candles, rest in peace t-shirts. And the best part about it, y'all want to hear the best part about you getting murdered? When they catch the nigga that turned your TV off, he's going to go to jail. And niggas is going to be on the corner, and guess what they're going to be saying on social media? Free my nigga. Welcome to the hood. Free my nigga. They want them to free the nigga that rocks your snot box. He hit him in the head with the headshot. Fuck. I'm different. It's safe to say it ain't safe outside. The freaks come out at night. But every once in a while, you get your snot box rocked in broad daylight. Don't compare these other dudes to me. They can't compare to me. That's why I was like losing my mind yesterday, sitting back watching social media. I couldn't understand how so many people was going crazy over Nicki Minaj getting arrested at an airport for a little bit of, whether it was some weed or some nose candy. In the black community, that became the biggest topic? That was the biggest topic? Nicki Minaj getting arrested? And I'm like, yo, you know, Nicki Minaj is beautiful. She's a beautiful girl.